Here we go, championship game. Boys and girl. Pretty fired up for this one. Good experience here for them. Good to get some extra games on this trip here. Playing the Indiana Elite here in the championship game. Tied on first game of the tournament here. So this one will not end in a tie. Teams should be familiar with each other. Here we go. Devils are going to start off with Smith, Lorenzo, Emerton, Brand, Caitlin back on D. Everyone fired up for this one. Here we go. Drop of the puck. Emerton. Puck goes to the wall. Picked up by Indiana Elite. Carried in. Puck played wide. Shot to the net. Save. Nathan's in net for us. Backstopping the Devils here this afternoon. Good news, everybody got their flights changed, so everyone's going to get out Chicago today, so that's a plus. Puck comes out of the zone. Puck gets deep. Indiana Elite come out with it. Plays picked up by Lorenzo, who dumps it in deeper. Puck rimmed around, broken up by Lorenzo briefly. Out the pass, way up the ice. Poppy breaks it up, but Indiana Elite carry it in. Shot towards the net. Covered up by Nate. McCarthy, Stevens, Jack, Riley, Hoppy. Face off won by the Elite. Devils doing a good job defending the front of the net this whole tournament. Really good job with sticks and lanes. Not a lot of high danger opportunities. Puck comes out, McCarthy slides it over to Stevens, misses his stick. He's going to get it deep, chops it towards the net. Puck's behind the cage. Indiana Elite try to come out with it, broken up by Stevens. He's tripped up, loses it. Play brought in. Play behind the net. Hoppy's there. Hoppy pushes his man down in the corner. Stevens gets it up to the point, kept in. Off of Jack. Puck gets out of the zone. Indiana Elite, they're going to come back in quick. Devils are changing. They bring it across the line. Scarpool breaks it up to Eric. Eric along the wall, crushes his man there. Puck kept in by the Elite. Puck's in the corner. Shot from the point, blocked. Swiped at the net. Eric bodies his man in the corner. He crushes him again, tying him up. It's like moving a mountain. Puck comes around to the near side here. Puck's at the point, gets dropped back down low. Lippert bodies his man. He's out there with Scarpool and Jack still. Puck off the wall, shot, blocked. Puck comes out of the zone. Scarpool on it. Scarpool carries it in. He's taken off his feet. Puck's in the corner still. Lippert digs it out. Lippert behind the cage. Lippert has the puck stolen from him. Puck comes up in the near side. Wiki comes over. Wiki breaks up that play. Puck's still in the O-zone. Here come the Indiana Elite out with it. Plays forced wide. Shot towards the net. Off a Brand stick. Goes into the corner. Here comes the Devils out with it. Scarpool. He's going to get the line. Shields tries to drop it to Brand. Fans on the pass. Indiana Elite pick it up, and they're going to come out of their own end with it. Good zone exit by them. Puck gets deep on the Devils. Drop pass to the D. Shot from the point. Wiki eats that one up. Blocks it. Puck gets sent back down low. Puck out of the zone. Cleared all the way down. That's going to be an icing call. Good pace so far to the game. Smith, Iyer, Davidson, Hoppy, Hager. Off the draw, puck comes up. Iyer trying to chase after it and pop it out of the zone. He can't get to it. Indiana Elite grab it. Puck's behind the net. Hoppy. Puck comes up to the point. Puck comes out of the zone. Davidson putting the pressure on, causes the turnover. He grabs it, sends it deep. Iyer goes behind the net to grab it. Indiana Elite come out with it. Puck cleared out of the zone. Puck goes D to D. Hoppy's got it. Hoppy up off the wall. Davidson can't get it deep. Picked up by Iyer. Iyer turns, shoots towards the net. Puck's behind the cage. Davidson goes and gets it. He's danced. Indiana Elite come out with it. Hager grabs it. Hager goes to the D. Sends it up to Davidson. Davidson gains the line. He's got nobody. Everyone's changing. Puck gets in deep. Devils will come out with fresh bodies. Stevens can't come up with that turnover. Back out to the neutral zone to Wren. Goes over to Eric. Eric back to Wren. Up to Emerton. Emerton slides it in offside. Lorenzo chops at it, gets it in, tries to backhand it towards the net. Puck goes to the wall. Stevens there battling, stick handle in a phone booth. Comes up to the point to Eric. Eric sends it back down to Stevens off the wall. Stevens cuts in, trying to get a shot off, sends it high, out of play. Five on the ice for the Devils. Stevens on the draw. Indiana Elite put it in the corner. Emerton's there battling. Elite turned it over. Emerton shot, misses the net. Plays back down below the goal line. Up off the wall, backhanded out of the zone. Broken up by Wren as it comes in the zone. Puck goes to the corner. Stevens there, sticked away by Wren. Wren skates it out. Wren up to Lorenzo. Lorenzo, stick handling, gets it in the zone, gets deep. Around the wall to Jack. Jack's gonna send it back on the other side. Don't have a forward over there because we were changing. Here come the Indiana Elite out with it. Puck broken up in the neutral zone. Sent back to the D. Broken up by Brand. Play dumped in behind the cage. Caitlin has to go in the far corner and grab it. Caitlin out there with Lippert and Branimal behind the net. Indiana Elite come out with it. Turnaround shot, misses the net. Puck comes to the far wall. Jack grabs it. Jack fans on it, getting it out of the zone, but eventually corrals it and flips it out. Indiana Elite take over in the D zone. They come up the ice with it. Cross the line. Puck's forced wide. Good cut to the net. Save, Nathan. D-zone face-off.
Get the puck!
McCarthy out there with Jack and Lippert. Zone is cleared. Jack can't get it deep. Does the second time. Puck sent out. Hager grabs it. Goes D. Over to Hoppy. Hoppy over the red line. Over the blue line now. Goes wide. Slides it up to Lippert. Lippert tries to get it over to Wiki on the backdoor pass. Indiana Elite come out with it. Hoppy breaks up that play. Knocks his man down. He sends it around to the far side to Wiki. Wiki grabs it, sends it up out of the zone. Lippert and McCarthy on a 2-on-1. Lippert, toe drag, shot, save. Austin, Wiki, Scarpool, Eric, Wren, puck to the point. Wren sends it down below the cage to Austin. Austin tries to get over to Eric, misses his stick. Scarpool wins that race and sends it back down again. Wiki skates on it. Puck comes around on the far corner. Goes behind the cage. Indiana Elite clear the puck out of the zone onto Eric's stick. Off the wall. And chipped in by Austin. Good job, boys. Keep it down here. Make them turn. Puck comes along the far side. They do get it out of the zone. Puck dumped in by the Indiana Elite. Eric goes into the corner to get it. He's in the corner. Cross-checks his man. Comes up the wall to Iyer. Iyer's got some time. Iyer skates it out. Iyer gets a line. Dumps it in. Gets it down to Scarpool. Scarpool sends it across. Can't find Iyer on the cross crease pass. Puck goes below the goal line. Scarpool's down there. Iyer's down there. Puck off Iyer's glove. Puck goes behind the cage. Here come the Elite out with it. This kid's rolling through the neutral zone. Play forced wide. Broken up by Caitlin. Caitlin up the wall to Iyer. Iyer up to Stevens. Stevens goes wide on the play. He's hacked at. Stevens sends it in front. Nobody's home. Brand picks it up. Brand's going to send it below the cage. Hits Logan in the far corner. Up to Caitlin. Sent towards the net. Sends it over to Iyer in the slot. He can't get a stick on it. Indiana Elite fan on it, getting it out. Badua on the second attempt. Caitlin grabs it. Puck comes up to Iyer. Iyer over to Stevens. Stevens gets the line over to Davidson. Davidson doesn't have anybody on that side as the players were changing. Here comes Indiana Elite in on 3-on-2. Shot save. Kicked out by Nate. Puck gets out of the zone. Across the blue line. Back in on the Devils. Shot towards the net. Covered up by Nate. .5:11 left in the first. Hager grabs it behind the net. Hager up the wall, can't hit Emerton. Puck gets dumped down below the cage again. Hoppy down there, runs into a man. Everyone's going flying. Pumps up the wall, out of the zone. Lorenzo skating hard on it. Lorenzo in a puck battle sends the puck farther into the zone. Lorenzo skating like a wild man. Puck centered. Oh, just misses Lippert's stick on the centering attempt from Emerton. Hag grabs it back in the zone. Up to Lorenzo. Gets it deep. Lippert about pulls a groin, staying on the line. Indiana comes out with it. Turned over. Up the wall, out of the zone. Hoppy in his own end. Sends it over to Hag. Hag off his stick. Can't corral it. Play comes back in. Hoppy cleans up that mess. Kicks it over to Hager again. Hager backhands it. Up the wall to Lorenzo. Tips the puck up to Jack. Jack's got some speed coming out of his own end. Gets the puck in on his forehand. Shoots towards the net. Save. Smith, McCarthy, Eric. Puck kept in. McCarthy shoots it from the point. Goes wide. Jack in the corner. Bodies his man. Comes up with the puck. Tries to get it down to Austin. Jack picks it up, centers in front. Misses again, Wren from the point. Shot, fluttering towards the net, save. Off the draw, pucks into the point to Wren. Wren sends it down low. Austin can't pull it off the wall, so Indiana's going to take over in their own end. Turnover, McCarthy picks it up. Nice backhanded pass over to Jack. Puck goes towards the net. Good pass there by McCarthy. Indiana Elite trying to break it out of their own end. They're going to skate it up the ice. Devils clog up the neutral zone. Picked up by Austin. He's going to send it deep. That's probably going to go for icing. It does.
Let's go, man. Turn it up.
Stevens in for the draw, wins it back. Caitlin backhands it. Indiana Elite take that pass out of the corner. Puck cycled down. Caitlin sends it up the far wall. Kept in. Stevens grabs it. Stevens up off the wall to Scarpool. Scarpool grabs it. He gets it. He's going to go wide with it. Still has the puck on his stick. Backhands it towards the net. Indiana Elite D-man picks it up. Sends it up hard off the glass out of the zone to Branimal. Bran sends it over to Logan. Logan sends it in over Scarpool's head. Wiki on the forecheck. Wiki misses his man with the check. Puck comes up the wall. Caitlin has to retreat into her own end. Puck's rolling. Puck sent up to Scarpool. Scarpool hits Stevens, coming in with some speed. At the dot, shot, saved. Hager and Hoppy out on D. Fresh forwards for the Sun Devils. Davidson, Lippert, Iyer. Lippert in for the draw, wins it. Back to Hoppy. Hoppy down. Hits Lippert behind the cage. Puck's there. Lippert tries to send it in front. Indiana Elite break that up. They're going to come out with it. Off a skate. Iyer can't play that puck. Puck gets deep. Hager grabs it in his own end, sends it around to the far side. Puck off that funky Zamboni entrance. Got to be aware of that. Puck to the point. Doesn't get out.
Come on, Taylor!
Shot to the net, save. Off the draw. Eric behind the net, forcing it up to the point. Indiana Elite shot from the point, blocked by Lippert. Lippert and Iyer, miscommunication there, but they do get the puck out. Up to Davidson. Davidson can't get it deep off the Indiana player's skate. Devils will get a change. Emerton comes on for Iyer. Puck forced wide by Wren. Shot off the pipe. Lippert grabs it. Up to Davidson. Gets it out of the zone. Puck in deep. Indiana Elite come out with it. Send it up the far wall. Devils get a change for the rest of their forwards. Play forced wide again. Shot to the net. Blockered save. Covered up. Big D zone face off here. 16 seconds left. the point. Shot towards the net, deflected. Caitlin in the corner, 10 seconds. Just keep it along the wall here, guys. Indiana Elite come out with it.
5 seconds.
Play forced into the corner. Good job by the Devils there. 0-0 after the first period. Good pace to this game. About ready to drop the puck here for the start of the second period. 0-0. Even in shots by my calculation. Smith, Emerton, Lorenzo, Hoppy, Hag. Off the draw. Puck's one back. Hag gets it in. Play comes in offside. Sends it over to Lorenzo. Lorenzo hustling hard. Up to Hoppy. Up the same wall. Picked up by Austin. Emerton. Emerton gets it deep. Comes up the near wall. Indiana Elite break out with it with some speed. Through the neutral zone. Play forced wide by Hoppy. Ties his man up. Puck's behind the net. Emerton hit hard into the wall. Puck goes up to Austin. Emerton takes a tough hit, helped off the ice by his teammates, hoping he's okay.
You got a face off here.
Smith, Jack, Lorenzo, Hager, Hoppy. Back to Hag. Hag gets it deep. Goes all the way around behind the cage. Lorenzo on it hard. Up. Indiana Elite come out with it. Skate it up. Puts it over to the far side. Or near side, sorry. Comes around. Hoppy behind the net. We got 3-on-2 here if we hurry. Austin all the way up to Jack. Jack. Strong stick. Gets it through. Can't get a shot off. People are just bouncing off of Jack down there. Not sure what the call is. Indiana's for sure getting a penalty on this. Jack just battling through some checks there. Oh, they're going to take both of them. Matching minors. He must have retaliated. Stevens, McCarthy, Iyer, bump, Brand. Ozone face-off. Off the draw. McCarthy backhands it towards the net. Stevens goes over there. Backs it his man. Puck comes around to the near wall. Caitlin's going to pinch. Iyer goes. Can't get to the puck before it's cleared out of the zone. All the way down for an icing. Caitlin made her man think just enough about it to make him cycle it back down low for the icing call. Same 5 on the ice. Off the draw. Puck's loose. McCarthy sends it to the point, relieves the pressure. Brand from the point, sends it down low. Puck goes behind the cage. Iyer picks it up, sends it down to Stevens. Stevens tries to center it. Iyer on his backhand, can't get a shot off. Here comes Indiana Elite out with it. Brand just enough stick there to swipe the puck away from his man. Brand, Caitlin skates it up. She's got ice in front of her. She's wheeling out of her own end. She's got her feet moving. Gets it in. She's tripped up. McCarthy sends it over to Iyer. Right down the slot. Iyer can't pull the trigger on it. Devils should go to the power play after this.
Stay tough, boys! Stay tough!
5-on-3 here. Big opportunity here for the Devils. Stevens, Scarpool, Smith, Hoppy, Lippert. Face off. Won by the Devils. Sends it the point to Hoppy. Sends it back over to Lippert. Picked up by Scarpool. Walk that in. Over to Hoppy. Plenty of ice. Hoppy walks it in. Sends it over to Scarpool. Off his stick. Puck comes up. Lippert grabs it. Keeps it in, maintains possession. Scarpool goes behind the goal line, up to Lippert. Lippert down to Scarpool. Scarpool back up to Lippert. Lippert over to Hoppy. Looking for Stevens down low, back up to Hoppy. Pass over, 2 Sun Devils there. Stevens grabs it. Sends it over to Lippert. Lippert slides it over to Austin. Good D there. Hoppy picks it up top of the circle. Hoppy shot. Save. Back to Hoppy. Hoppy. Over to Lippert. Lippert. Top of the circle. Shot. Misses everything. Picked up by Hoppy on the wall. Hoppy sends it down to Stevens. Up to Hoppy again. Hoppy sends it into Lippert. Lippert tries to slide it across. Puck comes up to the point. Hoppy shot from the point. Low shot. Save. Lippert shot. Misses everything from Stevens. Scarpool down to Stevens off the wall. Puck swiped out of the zone. 8 seconds left in the power play here. Hoppy comes back and grabs it. Stevens looking for an outlet pass. Gets up to him. Onside. Close. Stevens cuts in. Stevens shot. Deflected off a stick. Chopped out by Austin, who can't get it to the front of the net. Does to Stevens a second time. Stevens gets another golden opportunity right in the slot. Big hit there from him in the corner. Puck can't get cleared out by Indiana. Finally does. Lippert regains it at the red line. Sends it deep. Play comes in offside. Hope that one doesn't come back and bite us. Tough not to score on a 5-on-3. Back at 5 aside. Face off at center ice. Wiki, Davidson, Iyer. Brand, Caitlin. Puck's in Brand's skates. Sends it up to Iyer along the near wall here. Back to Brand. Brand slides it up. Can't connect with Wiki. Puck gets deep on the Devils. Caitlin behind her net, sends it around to Iyer. Iyer's got some time, slides it up to Davidson. Davidson off the wall, gets it deep. Iyer's going to go in on the forecheck. Iyer in the corner. Wiki in the far corner, sends it up to the point. Brand shot from the point, gets to the net, rebounds there, no one's home. Indiana Elite come up the ice with it. Plays broken up by the D. They grab it in the neutral zone. Puck swiped away by Brand. He flips it out of the zone. Here comes Wiki out of his own end with it. Wiki across the red line, across the blue line. Slides it over to Iyer on his backhand. Slides it back. Puck's loose. Wiki gets a swipe at it. Can't put it in. Iyer sends it to the point to Eric. Eric's got a shot from the point. He rips it high and wide. Iyer, puck retrieval. Sends it over to Wiki behind the net. Wiki tries to center it. Indiana Elite try to get it out. Eric keeps it in. Shot towards the net. Saved. Indiana Elite, pick it up, high up off the glass. That's going to come all the way down. Good pressure there by the Sun Devils. Ozone face-off. Off the draw, puck's in the ref skates. Picked out, comes to neutral ice. Wren gets the line, slides it up to McCarthy. McCarthy wheels in, backhands it over to Jack. Jack on his backhand directs it towards the net, puts it on net, save. Another offensive zone face-off here for the Devils. Austin, Jack, Luke. Ren, Eric, off the draw. Puck won by the Indiana Elite. Eric grabs it. Sends it to Austin. Austin up to the wall. McCarthy grabs it off his blade. Can't get it out. Here comes Ren behind his net. He spins. He's got a man on him quick. Puck's behind the cage. Austin gets flattened. Ren's throwing some elbows back there up to McCarthy. McCarthy's got it along the wall. Puck goes to the point. Shot from the point. Deflected in on net. Big save by there, Nathan. Scarpool, Lippert, Wiki, Hager, Hoppy, off the draw. Puck up to Scarpool. Scarpool sends it over to the near side here to Wiki. Wiki carries it in. Tries to hit the dot lane, but that play's broken up. Hoppy's blade. Puck goes in on net. Nathan says, nope. Let's cover that and get a whistle. Same 5. Off the draw. Devils win it. Back in the corner to Hoppy. Sends it up to Wiki. Wiki along the wall. Tries to backhand it up to Lippert. He gets it out. Puck over. Hawk in there. Indiana Elite control. Hoppy gets it out. Wiki slaps at it. Up to Lippert. Lippert chips it in. Scarpool goes on it. Indiana Elite come out with it. Through the neutral zone, into the Devil's end. 2-on-2's broken up by Hager. Good play. Hag up the wall. That's going to go the link for icing. Stevens, Jack, Nico, Caitlin and Bran out there. Puck gets deep. Lorenzo's on it. That's going to be icing again. The draw, Indiana Elite. Puck goes up to the point, backhanded down low. Puck in the corner, centering pass picked up by Stevens. He clears it up the wall to Jack. He's got some time to come out of his own end with it, sends it to Lorenzo. Puck pops off his stick. Puck gets deep. This kid's got some speed. He's trying to cut to the middle. Play's broken up. Stevens, he's got a lot of ice in front of him. Hip hopping around out of the neutral zone, faster than a jackrabbit on hot coals. Stevens behind the cage, centers in front. There's a shot by Jack. Rebound's loose. Nico from his knees can't get a shot off. Puck comes up to the center ice red line. Dump back in by Eric. Play broken up by Austin. Can't quite corral the puck. Shot in. Save. Puck's cleared out. That's off. Ref caught it. Neutral zone face-off. Indiana Elite come in, swiped away by Wren. They still maintain possession. Behind the net, Wren bodies his man, picked up by Austin behind the net. Austin up to Davidson. Davidson up to Iyer. Iyer goes in. Iyer has got nobody in the dot lane. You got to hang on to that kid. Got a back check here. Play goes wide, shot towards the net, covered up. Draw. Indiana Elite get a shot towards the net. That goes in. high. Along the wall here. Picked up by Indiana. Carried in. Devils down 1-0. Still in the zone. Centering pass. Picked up by Jack. Jack's going to wheel out of his own end with it. He's got some speed coming through the neutral zone over to Lippert. Lippert slides it back to Jack. Misses Lippert's stick. Puck to Lippert. Lippert right down the slot over to Jack. Tries to give it back to Lippert. Everything's got to get to the net now, boys. Come on. Indiana Elite get it in. Send it into the near corner. Hags got a lot of time as they're changing. Puck shot up the near wall here. Jack tries to give it back to Lippert. Puck's turned over. Comes in, drop pass, shot. Big save by Nathan. Shot again towards the net. Jack grabs it. He's going to skate out it again. Take it in, buddy. Take it wide. Take it wide. Tries to go right up the gut. Indiana Elite, take it wide. Puck at the point, shot, block. Stevens grabs it. Stevens tries to hit Wiki on the stretch pass. We got all kinds of commotion going on right now. Ozone face-off. 3:50 left in the second. Stevens moves in for the draw. Puck goes to the corner. Sent around. Caitlin pinches. Sends it back down to the near corner again. Wiki's there. Puck up. Caitlin gloves it down. Keeps it in. Puck comes up to the far wall. Picked up by Wiki. Can't corral it. Stevens. Trying to go through a couple players there. Knocked off his stick. Brand over to Caitlin. Caitlin sends it up to Logan off his stick. Bouncing. Puck sent out. Caitlin gets a stick on it. Sends it up. Out of the zone. Indiana Elite control. They're going to bring it back in. Offside! Player on the bench came in offside on that one. Close call there. Austin Jack, Nico, Eric, Ren. Off the draw. Indiana Elite. Carried in the zone. Kid loses an edge, comes up. Jack gets it out of the zone. Puck along the far wall, sent up by Austin. Here come the Elite, in with it. Centering pass, shot towards the net, blocked by the Devils. Jack grabs it. Jack out of the corner, loses the puck. Eric, man gets around him, flip towards the net, covered up, save. Devils trying to get a little bit more momentum here after that goal by Indiana. Puck comes around. Hoppy picks it up. Hoppy fans on it. Puck's over along the wall. Puck gets out. Hoppy sends it up the same wall. Puck halfway deep. Hoppy picks it up. Hoppy over to Iyer, who gets it in. Iyer chops it a little bit lower. Indiana Elite reverse the play. Iyer can't come up with it. Puck comes up the near wall here. Out of the zone. Dumped in. Hager around far wall. Hoppy bodies his man. Up the wall to Davidson. Davidson over to Iyer. Iyer through the neutral zone, dumps it in. Gonna get a change. Here comes Indiana Elite out with it. Caitlin. Picked up by Stevens. Picked up by Jack. Jack hits Lippert. Lippert, he's got a foot race with his man. He's around him. Shot. Misses the net high. Puck's behind the cage now. Lippert's taken down. Play's broken up by Logan. Logan. Strong stick. Gets the line. Logan to his backhand. Cuts in. Shot. Glove save. Logan, Jack, Landon, Brand, Caitlin. Puck to the point to Brand. Sends it down to the half wall to Lippert. He's bodied hard. Puck goes around behind the cage. Puck flipped up to the neutral zone. Picked up by Caitlin. Caitlin up to Jack to Logan. Logan goes wide, curls, centers, all the way up to the point to Brand. Brand, top of the circle, down to Logan. Logan trying to get it to the net. Puck swiped away from him. Puck's around on the near corner. That's going to do it. Lippert, hard check on his man. Might have hurt himself on that one. Into the second, Devils down 1-0. All right, start of the third. Smith, Davidson, Iyer. Wren, Eric. Walking through skates, Davidson grabs it, gets it deep, and that's going to be icing. D-zone draw. Indiana wins it. Puck comes up to Iyer. Iyer, puck's rolling, gets it across the red line, still rolling on him, settles it down, directs it towards the net. Indiana picks it up. Puck comes around. Swiped at by Austin. Indiana still has it. Big save there by Nathan. Iyer picks it up. He's got time. Up to Austin. To Davidson. Davidson out of his own end with it. Line change by the Devils. Here comes Indiana out with it. Devils have some freshies on the ice.
Oh. Money at the board. Who is that? Rooster.
Shot from the point, covered up by Nathan. Scarpool misses Stevens' stick. Puck goes down for an icing. Puck to the point, slap shot from the point. Hit some bodies in front. Don't know if it ever got through. Indiana Elite come off the wall with it. Puck sent to the net, stick by Hoppy. Here comes Logan out of his own end. Here he comes. Puck swiped away from him. Hager. Turned over. Off of Hoppy's glove. Hoppy sends it to the corner. Bodies his man. Sends him down. Fights him off. Over to Hag. Hag's got to go up the far wall with it. Takes a hit to make a play. Puck gets out. Scarpool plays offside. Almost.
Put your hands up in the air. 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 Put your hands up.
Lippert, Lorenzo, Jack, Caitlin and Brand. Indiana Elite take it in. Shot, goal. That one stings a little bit. Eric sends it up the wall to Lippert. Lippert backhands it into Jack. 2-on-1. Jack tries to get Lorenzo. Lorenzo can't get a shot off. Has the puck in his skates, swipe towards the net. Devils trying to battle back here. Lippert grabs it. He backhands it to Jack. Jack sends it below the cage. Jack grabs it. Jack in the corner. Centering pass. McCarthy, Iyer, ER back on D. Off the draw, Indiana Elite win it. Puck comes around. Eric grabs it on his backhand, sends it hard up off the glass. Iyer gets to it, it's in his skates, picked up by McCarthy, who sends it over to Austin. He can't get a body on it. Wren grabs it, he's knocked off the puck. Iyer swipes it away, puck goes deep into the zone. Iyer bodies his man in the corner, shields, protects. Wren picks it up. Wren up to McCarthy, chops at it, puck gets out of the zone. Comes in offside. Dumped in. Shot to the net. Saved by Nathan. Puck into the corner. Picked up by Hager. Hager flips it out of the zone. That's not going to go to the link. Lippert's on it. Tries to send it over to Stevens. Comes back to Jack. Jack at the dot. Puck's bouncing. Comes all the way around. Comes Indiana out with it. Puck all the way up. Jack can't get a stick on it. Play comes back in, deflected high over the net. Puck kept in at the point, back down low. Puck brought up right down the slot. Hoppy bodies his man in the corner. Stevens is over there. Hoppy and Stevens. Hoppy comes out with it. Sends it up the wall to Jack. Jack, bobbling puck, sends it up to Stevens. Tries to hit Lippert on that pass. Miscommunication there. Indiana picks it up, kept in by Hager. Hager puts it towards the net. That'll be a save. On the face-off. Indiana elite control. They come right up the gut with it. Here they come out of their own end. Puck's played wide. Brand swipes it up to Lippert off a Wiki stick. Wiki hits his man. Puck gets a little deeper. Scarpool tries to knock it away. Can't come up with it. Backhander up high over the glass. Puck's along the wall. Out of the corner. Swiped at by Caitlin. Puck goes into the near corner. Comes Brand out with it. Brand. Puck comes up to Austin. Scarpool hits his man in. Puck comes in, no icing. Caitlin back to get it. Caitlin with some time, sends it up to Stevens. Play comes in offside. Davidson, Stevens, Iyer, Wren, Eric. Off the draw, pucks loosen some skates. Shot in by Indiana Elite. Need some ozone time. We need some puck possession here. Puck comes up. Iyer swipes it out. Puck comes up again. Puck's along the wall. Wren picks it up. Up to Iyer. Iyer chips it in. Blocked by the Indiana Elite. Player falls down. Puck comes over. Iyer chips it deeper. Davidson to get it behind the net. Davidson working. Stevens working. Comes out with it. In front. Iyer's there. Can't get to him. Eric from the point. Shot. Blocked. Puck sent around. Iyer's over in the corner. Iyer sends it deeper. Over to Davidson. Davidson tries to center it up off the net. Iyer sends it down low again. Off of Iyer's skate. Davidson keeps it in. Davidson tries to center it twice. Puck's loose. Puck comes out of the zone. It's going to be an icing. Ozone face-off here. Good pressure. comes Indiana across the blue line. Puck goes wide, button up. It's a late D-man. Puck shot in on net. Goes to the corner. Hoppy hits his man into the wall. Puck comes around to the far side. McCarthy's over there. McCarthy chops at it. Can't get it out. Puck's behind the cage. Good in front of the net. Up to Lorenzo off his blade. Puck's in some skates. Lippert picks it up. Lippert. Shot towards the net. Save. Puck not kept in by Riley. Tries to play it back to Hoppy. Indiana Elite come in on a 2-on-1. Sauce pass. Misses everything. Hoppy hits his man into the wall again. Sent into the neutral zone. Off Hagstick. Gets deeper. Puck sent over to Hoppy. Hoppy up to Austin. Austin checked hard. Does get the puck out to Jack. Jack's got some ice in front of him. Jack grabs it, loses it. Here comes Indiana in with it. Centering pass to Stevens. Stevens up to Jack. Back to Stevens with some speed. Stevens cuts in. Stevens centers it, gets across. Jack gets a swipe at it, can't put it in the net. Puck behind the cage. Stolen by Jack. Shot towards the net. Misses. A little bit of pressure here. Puck gets out of the zone. Carried in. Shot towards the net. Whiffed on. Indiana controls. They get a change. Knocked out of the zone. Puck played back. Puck gets somewhat deep. Brand. Sent up. Here comes Logan out with it. Logan dumps it in. Puck played across. 5:30 left. Hard play to the net. Big save there by Nathan. Kicked the flapper out. Indiana comes back in. We look like we got some tired legs right now. Haven't had the puck a lot in this period. We've been chasing it a lot. Puck goes up the wall.
Keeps it in. Kate sends it back around.
Puck centered, shot from the point. Big stick save there by Nathan. Puck centered again, picked up by Jack. Jack wheeling. Jack trying to get it on his forehand. He's on his backhand, swipes it towards the net. Picked up by Lippert behind the cage. Lippert tries to hit the late man, kept in. All the way down low. Good hustle by Wren to keep that in. Centering pass in front, bodies everywhere. Here comes Indiana out with it. Lippert back checking hard on his man, steals the puck. What a play. Up to Scarpool. Scarpool gets the line. Scarpool in. Scarpool. He's knocked down in the corner. Doesn't have any support and picked up by Lippert though. Puck's cleared out of the zone. All the way down. That'll be an icing. 4:08 left.
Stay tough, boys!
Off the draw. Face-off's one. Up to Hoppy. Hoppy shoots it towards the net. Play. Should be an ozone face-off as it's flipped out by the Indiana Elite in their own bench. Lippert, Wiki, Scarpool, Hag, Hoppy. False start. Puck goes behind the cage. Chipped up the wall. Wiki got just enough stick on it to keep it in. Scarpool's digging it out. Gets a little help from Wiki. Indiana Elite get it out of the zone. Turned it over to Lippert. Bagger Backhands it up to Scarpool. Scarpool up to Lippert. Lippert gets the line, sends it over to Wick. Wick tries to send it in front. Play's broken up. Puck goes to the far wall. Indiana Elite. Get the line shot in. Glove by Nathan. A little bit harder, right? Off the draw.
Dig, fellas, dig, fellas.
Puck's loose. Goes back down below the cage. Brand.
Finish it off. Let's go.
Off the wall. Puck gets deep. Iyer. Iyer's got a chance. He's on a breakaway. Iyer cuts in. Tripped up. Tripping calls. Iyer brings it in. He had a step on him. No penalty shot on that. Devils will go to the power play. Devils 2:45 left on the power play. Got to get a late one here. Maybe we can pull the goalie. Puck directed towards the net. Shot in. Let him skate out with it. Puck shot towards the net. Stick aside by Nathan. Puck comes out to Stevens. Stevens, he's going to take it in himself. Gets around his man. Stevens, shot, goal! Devils on the board. Logan Stevens with the goal. 2-1. There we go, boys. Got him thinking now. Stevens, Lippert, Jack in. Puck sent in, down. Played by Nathan behind the cage. Careful now. Up to Hoppy. Hoppy sends it up the wall to Lippert. Lippert all the way up to Jack. Puck gets in. Jack can't get the puck. Indiana comes out with it. Hager makes a swipe at it to pop it away from his man. Puck in deep on the Sun Devils. Played behind the net. Indiana Elite try to pop it out in front. Hag grabs it. Sent up the glass to Jack. Jack can't hit anybody coming out of the zone with it. Puck's loose there. Devils got to figure something out and get up the ice. Up to Lippert. Lippert grabs it. Lippert using his body. Gets it deep. Good job leaning on his man. Gets it into the O-zone. Jack's there. He comes and bodies his man. Lippert pulls it off the wall. Lippert sends it to the point to Hag. Hag, shot, block to Eric. Eric keeps it in. Just barely. Puck goes behind the cage. Devils have pulled the goalie. Puck into the corner. Picked up by Austin. Up to Eric. Eric sends it back down low. 1 minute remaining. Puck shot around. Lippert over to get it. He takes the puck. Lippert tries to get it to Austin. Puck's loose in the crease. Sent all the way down the ice. Puck is going to go just wide of the net. All right, here we go. Ozone face-off. Goalies pulled. 6-on-5. Stevens, Lippert, Jack, Austin, Eric, Hoppy. Big face-off here. Jack tries to win it to the point. Puck picked up by Indiana Elite. Puck goes wide. That'll be another icing. Gotta have possession here. Stevens can't win the draw. Indiana picks it up high, out of play. Heads up there. That's in up by the popcorn vendor here. Austin's going to try the draw on this side, see if we have any better luck. Face-off is into the corner. Puck comes around. Indiana comes out with it. They're going to clear the zone. Devils are going to have to get it back in quick off a Hoppy stick. Puck gets deep. We've got 20 seconds to get it up the ice here. Puck's in some skates. Indiana's going to try to eat it down there as much as they can. 10 seconds left. Devils, somebody's got to pull the puck out. Puck's along the wall. 8 seconds. Puck still ticking. He's got it covered down there.
Good job, Maddox! Good job, Monty!
He had that covered with his hand. 6 seconds. Devils still with the goalie pulled. Swipe to the corner. That's going to do it. 3, 2, 1. Some late shenanigans here. Devils are going to fall short to the Indiana Elite. Stay live here for the medal ceremony.